friends, thank you for watching all my previous video. In today's video I am going to explain you how easily you can do the maintenance free of your air conditioning up to 50% by using all this trick and by following all these simple steps during the installation of your air conditioning. When you install air conditioning, that time when the technician install the air conditioning, that time you have to keep all this point in your mind and you can check by yourself, because all the technician they do the work faster and they have to release from there and they have to go for the another job. In this way you have to keep these all points in your mind which can keep your air conditioning 50% maintenance free. Let's start the video and you can check all the steps how you can avoid the maintenance of your air conditioning. First of all, if we will see the installation of our indoor unit, when we install our indoor unit, that time we have to be very careful, because when we install air conditioning indoor unit inside our room, that time our indoor should be on the center of our wall, because this will circulate the fresh air from the center to both the side of the room and it will make the room cool faster. And on the top of our indoor there should be minimum 3 centimeter of gap between the roof and the indoor, which can easily flow the hot air from our room to the indoor. When we install our indoor, when we fix our wall bracket on the indoor, that time we have to use the water level. While installing our bracket, that time we have to keep in mind our bracket should be slightly slopey towards the drain outlet. Wherever we have the outlet of our indoor, the indoor should be slightly slopey, because this will not allow the water to leak for a long time, because if it is a slopey area, the water will easily slope to that drain pipe and it will go outside. This was the point for the indoor which you have to keep in mind for the safety of your air conditioning. And second, if you will go for the outdoor unit, when we install our outdoor unit, we have to fix a perfect area. We have to check the area, it should be perfect to install the air conditioning, because sometimes the air conditioning technician they install in a place where like that you can't do the maintenance in future. They install the air conditioning in a place like that, they can install the unit, but the maintenance guy who will come for the maintenance, he will get lot of issue by maintaining the air conditioning. Then he had to go up and down, so and so. That time you have to be very careful. You have to keep your air conditioning in a place like that. A guy who will come for the maintenance, he can easily do the maintenance and he can go. And to save the maintenance, you have to keep some of these points for your outdoor unit. When a technician install the outdoor unit should be on the flat platform. And if you are not installing on the flat platform, if you are using the wall bracket which we fix on the wall, and it's good, but when we fix the wall bracket, that time you have to check the wall bracket if it is level or not. And when we fix the wall on the wall bracket, that time use maximum rubber bush if you can, because between the outdoor unit and the bracket what we have for the outdoor, if you put a rubber bush on that, the vibration will be less. And if you will put on the flat surface, then also you have to hold it and you have to put rubber bush, then you have to put your nut and bolt, because this will not allow our outdoor to vibrate a lot, because our outdoor is the main cooling object for our air conditioning. When our outdoor vibrates, that time our compressor, our evaporator, our fan, everything get vibrate, and even the copper pipe which we tight on the outdoor, it's also get vibrate. This can make the leakage of our refrigerant from the flare nut, because during the vibration the flare nut slowly it will get some gap and our refrigerant will be leaked. And same for our compressor and for our fan and our condenser coil. If there is any vibration, at that time there will be a malfunctioning of our unit, and that time we can have a major maintenance for that. If you keep all this point, easily you can save your maintenance. Now if you will check by the piping of the copper piping, the copper piping should be same dimension of the indoor to the outdoor, because sometimes the technician on the end they use the different dimension, and in the between they join the pipe and they use the different dimension. This is not a good technical knowledge to fix the piping like this, because when we join between a small meters of piping, which can make leakage of gas, and the flow of gas will be also different. And our piping should be from the first flare nut of the outdoor to the indoor flare nut, the piping should be same. If we have the 12,000 BTU, in 12,000 BTU in most of the units we have half and quarter, or 3/8 or quarter. And if you will see for 18,000 BTU, the dimension is half and quarter. For all 18,000 BTU, all band is half and quarter. And if you will go for 24,000 BTU, for most of the units we have 5/8 and quarter, and for the inverter and non-inverter is the same. And we have to check that between the piping of indoor and outdoor there should be no any other brazing or no any other joints, and our insulation of the copper piping should be properly done. If our insulation is perfect, then loss of our cooling will be also less, because when the cool refrigerant flow from our copper piping, and when there is a leak of our insulation, that time some of the quantity of cooling get attract to the atmosphere and get loose from there itself. And if you will see for the wiring type, when we will go for the cabling of our indoor and outdoor unit, that time you have to check the cable what the technician is using, because if we have line, neutral and CP means the communication between indoor and outdoor. If we have line, neutral and CP, it means we need 3-coat cable. If you have an inverter unit, then you need a 4-coat cable. According to the cable code, according to the requirement of the indoor and outdoor, you have to put your cable code, because sometimes if you have 4-coat required for the indoor and outdoor, that time some technician put 3-coat and they skip the earthing wire. They don't put earthing on the indoor as well as in the outdoor. And same after installation of indoor and outdoor, then if you go for the main power supply, that time you have to check you have a breaker according to the amps what the outdoor unit is taking. If you will put the perfect amps according to our outdoor unit is taking, when there will be a slight mistake of our phase neutral or something like that, then our breaker can easily go, and which will not allow the major maintenance for our air conditioning. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Easy to learn tech.